special episode. It's the Pay Attention Podcast. Before y'all do anything, just go ahead and subscribe and click the red button. Subscribe, comment, like. Today's episode, we gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Joining us is we got Mello, of course. Usually he's behind the camera, but today he's in the camera. So, and then we got the special guest, the man, the hour, the man, the legend, the myth. I don't know what to call him. My uncle, my family friend, my uncle, my Uncle Chico.
Uncle Chico.
Tell the world about you. Tell the world about you.
Well,
nice suit, by the way. Nice suit.
Appreciate you. First of all, I'd like to take time. I thank God for letting me be able to tell my story. Mm-hmm. And second of all, I want to thank Pay Attention Podcast for having me to allow myself to tell my story on that show. Mm-hmm. Basically, I want to start off like this, man. Growing up as a kid, I came from a small country town on the other side of Shreveport, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. My dad had met my mom, and he moved us down north on the other side of Monroe, called Bastrop, Louisiana.
Yeah, the boot.
Yeah. So I was like 6 or 7 years old, and at the time, it wasn't just two of us, me and my brother Tim. And of course, after that, my dad had two girls and 2 more boys. 1 more boy. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to tell my story for a long time because I do have a story to tell. I came from basically nothing, man. I always put God first in my life, though. I always did that. And every day I could see the blessings that I inherited in my life. I had dropped out in high school. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dropped out in high school. I thought I was doing something. And at the time, they had brought computers into the school. Mm-hmm. I thought computers was just a joke, not knowing that computers was gonna be the future.
Right.
Because I didn't have no mentor, no one to tell me, how to line myself up, and this is the tools you need to survive in life. I didn't have that.
Mm-hmm. But that was back before computers were actually what we know them today, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to. I can
big
even
old
imagine.
The big old was.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the big old
floppy disk and everything.
They was real corny. And now they making them all fancy. But make a long story short, the name of the class was computer literate. Mm-hmm. And I always stick to me right today. I'm not computer literate. That's what I tell you.
But we just found that out a couple minutes ago.
You
writing on.
But you live and you learn.
Right.
You live and you learn. I was born in 1970. A lot of people don't know that I'm a 70 baby. The people that don't know me, I'm 52 years old.
52.
Yeah, I'm 52, man. I got all my help. I mean, God. Man, I've been up, down, chasing myself, trying to find the other side. Mm-hmm. Cheated death. I did all that. Mm-hmm. And what I did learn about life that I didn't know my daddy would set me up, for life, but it was like hands-on setting up. It wasn't about using your mind and stay clean and make money. You know what I mean? You have to get dirty and grinding to get your money. You
gotta survive.
Exactly. I picked beer cans. I picked plums for money. I picked pecans. I picked cotton.
My dad, he always tell the stories how y'all used to be picking cotton, boy.
Yeah, me and your dad picked cotton. And hey, we didn't want to do it. But we knew we had to have $1. Right. We knew we had to have some jungle juice, and we knew we had to have some chocolate chip cookies. Mm-hmm. We knew that. So therefore, we had to get it, man. Mm-hmm. And that's how we survived, man. We didn't wait for handouts. You know, and in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I tell everybody, and I tell people, that neighborhood right there spit out a lot of successful people out my neighborhood. And they try to put it down because, you know, we known for cross the ditch. And man, that neighborhood right there put out number go-getters before me. So you had to get it. You had to get it, man. And I do want to say one thing, though, before I continue my story. I would like to have people that know from the town that I grew up in, Bastrop, Louisiana, can y'all please pray for that city? You know, because when we was growing up in that time in that city, everything was family orientated. You know, if my mama didn't whoop me, your mama gonna whoop me. My mama ain't gonna say nothing to her about whooping me. that ain't how we was raised. You know, we as a people, as a unit, man, we need to come together in Bastrop, man, and save our city, man. The kids killing kids down there, man. It's the older people scared to leave out their house. It's not the same. You know, I'm not no one's father or nothing, but I love my city. And I wouldn't change nowadays the way I was growing up in that city. And I just ask the people that's out there that's still down there in that city, please talk to our young youth, man. Try to encourage them to try to love each other, man, and try to resolve what's going on down there, man. Because terribly, I don't know how it was. I mean, I don't know why is they shooting each other. I don't understand that. You know, back in my era, we fought with the fists, and next day we at the store getting jungle juice and cookies together, man. I don't get it, fellas and young ladies. Please, just think before you act, and take three deep breaths. Like I tell my kids, when you get angry, just take a 3 deep breath and talk to God, and I guarantee you'll feel better before you do anything tragic to someone down there, man, to each other. You know, and support our city, please. And I'm just lost for words about that. I don't want to keep drilling on that because I don't want to trigger somebody because who me to say what. But I feel like I'm an OG now, and I got some guys down there that still, you know, respect me as an OG. And I just want to let y'all guys know, man, please stop killing each other, man. You know, let the old folks come out their house and enjoy the rest of their life. They over the hills now, you know. It's y'all time, but try to talk to each other, man. Stop this killing, man. Please, in the name of Jesus, man. Please stop this, man, down there, man. And I also want to say this right here. Y'all don't know how much this mean to me for them to ask me to tell my side of my life and what I've been through. And back to me as a whole, I would like to say that I came to understand that a man really don't grow up until he get to be 40 plus. You know, and young women grow up faster because they got to learn how to nurture. They got to learn how to provide what we don't do. You know, I ain't speaking for all men, but 65% of us don't start growing up until we get over 40. And we got to stay grounded. We got to have, man, it's overwhelming right now, man, about these guns. I don't understand it, and I don't want to put my people in business out in the street, but I seen them with them guns. I'm like, what do you need guns for? And I'm going back and forth with this my story, because there's so much I want to tell, and what comes to my mind, I'm gonna let it go.
Right.
You know, I'm just gonna let it go, man.
Right.
You know.
And that's an interesting point you put out. You said majority of men don't fully grow up and mature until they're 40 plus.
Right.
What characteristics separate actual grown-up man from a boy?
Well, good question. Very good question. I can reveal so much in my past that I thought I was doing something, but I still get caught. And by me saying that, you got to learn to know who love you.
Mm.
You know, first of all, once you find out you got true love, you gotta get on it. You gotta get on it because there's so much fake and so much fake out here, man. And by me saying separate a man from a young man, I don't want to say it, but men like to play the fields a lot, not knowing that they missing their blessing by growing something with someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. And we don't have that no more. People been together for 40 and 50 and 60 years. It don't happen like that.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It don't happen like that. It's very rare now. It's very rare. It's very rare for a couple to be together for over 20, 30 years. And I'm still trying to answer your question, but I'm trying to answer it. Well, it'll relate to everything what's going on and what went on in my life. You know what I mean? So I'm growing up, and I'm still growing up. Don't get it twisted. You know, I'm still growing up, but I know that don't touch that knife or that'll cut you.
Right.
Don't look up under that rock. There's a snake under there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you tell me there's a snake on there, it's a snake. I'm not going over there.
Same here.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Versus when I was younger, I'm going to look up under that rock. I want to see what he talking about. You know what I mean? So it weighs itself out. You know, it weighs itself out. When you grow up, you'll know. You'll know. And I learned that life is short. When you start seeing people dying around you at an age, and you're like, I can't touch him no more. He gone for real? Guess what? That could have been me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It could have been me. And that's how I know I was growing up, man. I had a lot of loved ones died around me. I would have to say, now, I answered your question, but now I want to get back to me now. My daddy had 2 brothers and 3 sisters, biological. He had some offspring, and we all acknowledged them as our uncles. But my daddy was the baby, all right? He was spoiled. Versus my mama, she came from the South. My dad was up there working and ended up meeting my mom. See, my mama had me when she was 15. My daddy was 24. That ain't supposed to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I feel like I'm special.
Especially
that ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Think about it. My dad supposed to been in the penitentiary 3 times. I told him that right today. We laugh about it, but Dad, if you would did that back then, what you did then, man, them people would have had you locked up for a long time.
Quick, too.
Yeah. Me and my mom. I had a good life now. Don't get it twisted. I was spoiled. I always been spoiled. And my mama had, it was 12 of them. You dig what I'm saying? And I had some aunts and uncles, a couple of them passed. But all my daddy's siblings passed. He the only one living. So, man, anyway, me and my mama, we stayed up there on the South till I got to 6 or 7 in the South Louisiana. And me and my mom used to bath in the foot tub and everything on my uncle's porch. I remember like it was yesterday. And where I came from, they didn't have commodes and all that. They had outhouses. See, people don't know that. Where I came, a lot of people think I'm from Bastrop. I'm not from Bastrop. And I keep telling people that. I actually live in a city that had wells in the back for water, outhouses in the back, to do the number 2, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
And they didn't have bathtubs. We bathed in the foot tub. I was a little boy, I can remember. we back in Foot Town. I used to hold my mama hand. We used to walk through the trails and stuff in the little town, man.
How is it? How is it coming from that and now? Dang, you just walk into the crib and boom, hit the shower real quick.
Man,
How
it feels
is that
good,
different?
man.
How is that different? Like how?
It-
I mean, 'cause you seen that. You come from outhouses and
Right.
the wells and everything like that. Now it's a whole different
You know,
lifestyle where you can just be able to walk into the crib, walk into the bathroom, use the restroom, and take a nice
Right.
little hot shower.
right. And by you saying that, you know, man, now I don't knock nothing nobody do, and I'm not gonna bring it up in my conversation. But I try to, every time I see better, I try to do better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't see good, and they content on what they doing. But once you see certain stuff, you're like, come on, man, are you serious? It's just like a friend of mine. He said, man, he say, Chico, man, I just spent $14,000 putting some rocks in front of my yard. And I'm saying to myself, man, you just spent $14,000 putting some rocks in front of your yard, and here I am need $400.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that make you want to go get it more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's more motivation.
Man, motivation. Exactly what it is. And I'm like, $14,000 just to put rocks in your front yard? And here I am trying to get $400.
Right.
And so when I start understanding that it's more than life, you can get more out yourself if you apply yourself,
Yeah.
that's when I start achieving and start wanting better and more, and it left from there to there. You know what I mean? So
What has been your biggest motivation in life? Because you're a successful businessman.
Seeing my peers around me achieve things and they doing nice things, and so once I start surrounding myself around positive people,
Mm-hmm.
it started rubbing off on me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of me being up under the tree slamming dominoes, drinking a beer, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get another dollar to pay a bill. Yeah, go plan a trip or buy me some something that gonna make me happy.
Right.
You know, once I start surrounding myself around people that want more out of life, that's when I start evolving.
Right.
You know, I start understanding, okay, this is what life about. But I always tell myself, don't get it twisted. I don't never get too big headed. I always tell myself, put God first.
Right.
Put God first. And once I learned that and it buried in my brain, okay, God got an umbrella over me. I'm in the light. You know, a lot of people don't know about me. I pray every day before I leave my house. I pray every day. And if I forget, I stop what I'm doing and close my eyes and pray. If I'm in a red light, if I'm rushing or something, you know, because sometimes, and it's never you never rushing too fast for God, but sometimes you got to get somewhere, you know. But I always stop and tell myself, look, give God His and pray to God. You know, tell Him keep you in the light and keep you protected, man, and shield you from all evil, man. And that's what I got it buried in my head, and you know, here I am.
I like it.
Here I am, man.
Right.
You know?
So you told us about like how back in the day you used to pick cotton and you just hustling and getting there. What do you do now as a businessman and as an entrepreneur?
Well, I right now got myself going out. Got a detail shop.
Okay.
You know, so.
Where at? Tell my detail shop. Where at? Where you?
North Dallas on T.I. Boulevard. But now I'm in process of trying to get my welding license. So I've been going to welding school because you know I'm burnt out but not burnt out. 'Cause you got to keep the money coming. You got to keep the money coming. But I want to do something different in my life. So I insert myself into welding school and I'm liking it.
Okay.
You know, so that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, and I got kids, I got mostly all girls and 2 boys.
Okay.
I got
Yeah.
6 girls and 2 boys. So
Big family.
yeah, so they all doing good, thank God. I got I can't even count my grandkids, they coming so fast. But I got a host of grandkids, you know. So yeah, everything's going good, man. Like I say, I just gotta figure out what I want to do in the next chapter of my life.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So
Did you have previous chapters as far as business adventures and other businesses you actually had, or was it always a detail shop?
well, I was forced to get into the detail business because the lifestyle that I was living, I didn't want to live no more. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? I just felt like what I was doing wasn't right. You know, killing people, you know, just you see good people go run their life because of, you know, this and so I told myself, I said, if I can get a chance to get out this game and stop doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna assert myself in detail, and I was gonna treat it like the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For us, if you want $20, why I'm put the $20 in my pocket? That's $20 I made.
Right.
But I know I ain't gotta go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And I knew I had a lot of girls out here, and I knew the type of game that I was playing. They were gonna give me a lot of time. So it was either my girls get sucked up in Texas because they ain't have no man figure in their life, or nobody they can rely on if they need a gas or they need something that they ain't got. Daddy can take care of.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that, and if I set them up for failure, and I knew I was supposed to be out here with them, and if they start dancing to the Bible, not knocking dancing to the Bible, but you know, a normal man they don't want their child dancing to the Bible. So I have to say that. There ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't indulge in it. I just don't. That's their business. But my girls, I didn't want them to go that route. And thank you, Jesus, for not letting them go that route. That was just one of the shocks out there for a young lady. You know what I mean? Because once they ain't got no body to guide them, they vulnerable. You know what I mean? So that's why I chose to stop doing what I was doing, because I didn't want to hurt people and I didn't want to leave my kids out here going to jail. Basically, that sums it up with that. So,
See, take me back through your childhood and everything like that. Just your road to where you are now. What was just some of the challenges that you had to just overcome? Big, small, you know.
well, they used to call me Buck Teeth. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, they used to call me Buck Teeth, and that was, and I didn't want to bring this on. Was you came at me like that because your dad always, you know, he told me to tell the story. But yeah, but look at me now. I got a beautiful smile. Yeah, I got a beautiful smile. But yeah, and me and my dad, I'll never forget it. And I used to suck my lip, and I suck my lip and it push my teeth out. Some of my kids suck their thumb, and they inherit what I used to do. But my dad did give me some braces though. I have to say that. He figured it out. He got me some braces, but the type of braces that they had back then were called headgear. Over
your head.
Yeah, you had a big track. So now when I go to school, listen, you train on the track, train on the track. So when they start calling me train on the track, I said, I gotta get these braces out of my mouth. And I'll never forget it. I took some wire cutters and I cut the braces off. I cut them off. And after that, I figured another way how to hide the buck teeth. I had put golds and diamonds in my mouth. You know, because that was the thing back then, bro. That was the thing. You know, Master P had his hot. You know, I'm from Louisiana, I'm coming to Texas, you know. I ain't gonna lie, Louisiana was hot back then when I came out to him, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We was the thing to be with. You know, Louisiana boy, young, in my prime. So, as I got older, I'm gonna tell you a story about what made me take goals out of my mouth. So I'm hustling, right? You know, all that comes with the territory, the gold teeth and all this, you know. So I'm hustling, right? So by me hustling, I was trying to transition my life into the corporate world. That's when I got the detail shop. So the owner at this, I ain't gonna call his name, you know, but the owner at this car lot that I was detailing the car for, he say, let me ask you something. Why come you guys got gold teeth in y'all mouth? What? You need to get them out your mouth. I'm like, huh? I had looked upside his head, cause you know that was the thing. I'm like, what are you saying to myself? You know, but he was cutting the checks, big checks. You know, big checks. I ain't gonna call his name, big check. You know, big car lot. And then he came back and hit me with this question right here. He said, yeah, let me ask you another question. He said, let me ask you this. Why come all these black guys have a bunch of kids and can't take care of them? I looked upside his head again. I thought about it. Not knowing, I gotta respect what he say because he couldn't big check. I was like, okay, you won, you got that. So I walked out to myself and I thought about it. I said, I should have checked that to myself. Excuse my line. I said, checked him. I said, nah, you did the right thing. And I thought about it. And I sat back and I analyzed all the people that I hang with that got kids. White and black. And I'm like, you sure right. You know what I mean? In such a way. Like I say, not all of us like that. I always took care of my kids. He didn't know that. That's what I was up there watching his car for, to take care of my kids. Right. That's what I do, take care of my kids. But make a long story short, man, I took the goals out my mouth. I went and got me some braces. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it this way. And once I did it, I seen a difference how certain people come to you now. You know,
they treat you different.
Yeah, they treat you different. It's not right. No, it's not right. But once you set a trend within some, it's always gonna be buried in certain people's head that he the same way he was, and that's not right.
The image is everything. Image, everything. They want,
exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
I think we all know that. You know, we do business with somebody who got goals in the mouth or not.
Exactly.
It's not about what the business is. Just simple image.
Simple image.
Simple image.
Certain people don't want. See, that was wrong with our world. Certain people don't understand that. You know, they want to label you as this person, and you don't really know me, man. You get to know me. A lot of people don't know me. You know, I'm one of the nicest guys you can ever meet. Yeah. You know, I don't talk about nobody. I don't try to put nobody down, man. You know, that's why I stay to myself now, man. I don't try to go out and meet new friends. It's hard, man. It's really hard to trust someone now, man. Credibility is everything. And I tell my kids this too. And when you go to the corporate world and apply for a job, if you ain't got good credit, they ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna tell you you overqualified. I'm telling you, that's their statement to you. You overqualified or you underqualified because guess what? Your credit score is 4.5 beacon score. But if you at 7 beacon score, oh yeah, when you want to start? Because they know you, they can depend on you. You know what I mean? Because they don't really know us. They go by your credit, they run your credit. They don't tell you that. When you go get a high profile job, they run your credit. That's how they justify what type of person they dealing with. That makes sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And man, like I said again, Pay Attention Podcast, y'all the greatest. Thank you, man. Because you just don't know, man. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for an opportunity to tell people about some of the things that's going on in my life. You know, from where I came from, where I'm at, and where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
Where I'm trying to go. I can't say I'm going, but where I'm trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
Right. So we are live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Do we have any questions from the audience, Jada, so far? Now we keep going.
Okay, cool.
oh, I'm open for all questions, you know, like I say. Hey, yeah, like I say, man.
I got a question.
Sure.
So I'm gonna dive probably to the mental health side of your journey, your story. How is your anxiety? How is your trauma? Because you've been through a lot of life, right? So how do you overcome the mental side of it?
Well, I tell everybody, you know, I had low self-esteem at 1st, you know, and the girls used to always tell me, "Oh, listen, you cute, but you got buck teeth," you know, and now you got a beautiful smile, and your self-esteem is everything. Because I'm gonna tell you, I learned this from Deion Sanders, and this is a statement that he said, and it's stuck and it buried to my head. If you look good, you feel good, you're gonna do good.
Right.
And that is a good philosophy to motivate anybody to do good or look good and want to feel good. You know what I mean? Think about it, man. If you look good, you feel good, you're gonna do good.
Right.
So there you go.
I like it.
Yeah, there you go. So man, like I say, this is my first time ever just
Sharing your story.
yeah. And I just be one of them people that was scared to address the audience. That makes sense.
No.
It take a certain person to talk to a group of people, man. For real, you gotta have that ain't nothing. You don't understand the magnitude that talk to people and express yourself in a language that they will understand is very hard. You know, and that's why I always watch Obama. Believe it or not, I think he is the best speech spoken that's out there to address the American people. Hands up for Barack Obama.
Shout out to Barack.
Yeah. For real, I love the way he addressed the media. You know, but
What's one advice that stuck with you? That's one thing besides the understanding thing, but something that's personal, something that
stuck with me.
every day.
A disobedient child will not live his day. That was
Say that
one.
again. Say that again. Say that
A
again.
disobedient child will not live his days. You know, and that stuck with me. Nah, you ain't have a cell phone, big baby. You had a house phone. It was built like a clock with a just sit it down the thing. That's how the house phone was built. Then after we got up in modern age, we had the one that you pull out the long cord. You know what I mean? So that was my bill though.
Right.
Me and my cousin Shay. Shay, her boyfriend used to call. I said, "Who is this gonna call him, man?" "Hey, big baby, I'm on the phone." You know what I mean? So I thought I was doing something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, cause everybody ain't have phones.
Yeah.
See, everybody ain't have phones when we growed up. We had black and white TV. And we only seen 3 channels. Channel 13, Channel 10, and Channel 8. You gonna watch the Dukes of Hazzard, the Three Stooges, Good Times, Credible Hook, what else we had? I was watching her this morning doing a documentary on her granny. What's them people? Man, Jed Clampett.
You might know this one.
No, Jed Clampett. Granny, when they was on that truck in the where. Yeah, that before your time.
Yeah,
But hey,
time.
that before your time. But Gilligan Island, stuff like that. That's what we live for. We didn't have all this stuff they got now. So, and they always showed us about Africa. Africa was like, we seen people naked and running through the wood with bowls in their mouth. They didn't show us that Africa was beautiful like that. You know, in my growing up, we didn't see how really beautiful Africa was. We always thought it was tragic and poverty over there. You know what I mean? But that's back then. We didn't have the 3 channels.
Cool. I got one more question for you. What's the biggest things you learned as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, from when you started?
Paying taxes. Paying taxes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. I ain't say, man. I didn't know.
Like I said, ain't no joke.
What? Say, man. I didn't know how to separate. You gotta understand. I wasn't a business person. I got whooped into this game to learn how to do business. You know what I mean? It's more, people don't understand. It's more than just cut your lights on and go to work. It's a lot of other stuff, red tape. People don't know nothing about owning a business, man. Anybody own a business, I give them credit, man. I've been in business. By you saying that, I've been in business 19 years. 19 years, bro. Made it through the pandemic. By the grace of God.
Yep.
Good people on my side. Everybody couldn't make it through the pandemic. They fought.
Yep.
Still in business. You know, that was hard, man. And paying bills.
Paying bills,
Paying
right?
bills. Paying bills. You know, versus bills ain't that much this month because I ain't making that. You know, for when you hustling, bills nothing. You know, I'm taking, you know. And also, I know we almost time to end the segment, but back to my hometown. I know it's some OGs down there because I know them personally. Let's get these kids, let's give them something to do down there, man. Let's try to have something for these kids to do this summer because we don't, it's going to be a firecracker city, man, this summer, man, because retaliation is on both sides. And if you ain't got nobody to mentor them, to tell them, hey, man, it's hard, man, when you lose a loved one like that. It's hard to talk to another individual, man, because you want to retaliate, man. You took mine.
I think to even go farther than that, it's not just that city. I think that's a lot of cities around the world.
Yeah.
Where a lot of young males are needing that guidance, needing that role.
I totally agree.
And a right way to do things.
I totally
understand that life happens, right? Understand that, you know.
I totally agree.
And just get out the streets.
Well, and the reason why I said my hometown is because it shouldn't be happening like that in that little small city like that. You know, it's not that many people there, bro.
What?
In Bastrop. It's not
Shoot,
that many
every time I go down there, a lot of people.
Well, you know, a lot of people come. You go on the weekend. So you go on the weekend.
I don't go to weekends.
Bastrop ain't like it used to be, bro.
It's not though.
Trust
it's
me,
not.
man.
I know it's not cheap. I know it's not cheap.
It used to be packed.
Right.
But about the normal people, man, so many people that done got killed down there, they can't even find a murder. You know, and it's sad, man. You know,
Different times, different generations.
I just want to take time out again, man. Pray for my city, man, and talk to them little young guys, man, cause we love them too. You know, don't get it twisted. They think they ain't been loved. We love them young kids down there, man. They our future down there, man. You know, we gotta have people come in and bring jobs in that city, man, and get that city back.
Back going.
Yeah, going, man. You know. I want to say this under before you end the segment. Back to my auntie, Mildred Mays. That's where it all started from right there. For me start understanding how to work and take care of myself. She put that in me. You know, my dad and my mom, they split up when I was 12. I had a good childhood growing up, but you know, once two parents split up and go separate ways, it's like they just got out of jail. They want to go live their life. And they left 5 kids stuck. But my dad, I ain't gonna lie, my dad, he held it down. You know, I just go in the kitchen, my dad had his sleeves up crying and, you know, washing dishes. I was a young boy, I seen that. And And I respect him, and I always tell him right today, you know, Dad, I thank you for everything you did for us, man, because you didn't have to do that. You know, you stood there, you stood right by us. But I don't put everybody into my business like that. My daddy caused a lot of that on himself. You know what I mean? So I don't want to just throw my mom all up under the rug. My daddy did a lot of that himself. He pushed my mom away like that. So one story leads to another, but we good now. You know, we in a good place. You know, we good. We good.
Most definitely, most
I
definitely.
copy that. I copy
Yeah,
that.
we good.
You got anything to say, Mello?
Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. I loved your rags and riches story.
Thank you, man.
And
Yes,
just
sir.
love how
Thank
just
you,
give
man.
your wisdom and advice of how just give it back to your community so they can build, and
Thank
just really appreciate your time.
I appreciate it, man. Hopefully I can
You got
join the
to
show again.
Do it.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you guys invite me again to the show, man, and hopefully we can have better news about, you know, I can talk to my hometown and say, hey, look, this is what happened after the show. You know, you guys came together and trying to talk it out, man, and hey, look, this is what it's about, man. It's about trying to encourage
It's about
negativity out the yeah, exactly,
It's about inspiring,
exactly.
changing lives, and
Exactly.
you know, I appreciate it. You know, it's a Pay Attention podcast, man, and y'all always hear me say it. Y'all always laugh at me, but it's about saving the turtles, man. We just gotta save each other. That's what it comes down
Save
to.
each other.
The time, you
Pay
know?
attention podcast, baby.
You know, and so today episode, everybody just go hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. You got any questions? Today was our first time, you know, being live on some social media platforms.
Hit subscribe, baby.
You know,
Number one show, baby.
we gotta thank our special guests, you know, Uncle
Thank
Cheeks.
Thank you.
And you know, tell them how to find the shop, man. You know, if y'all go by a detail shop, just, you know, tell them pay attention. You know, might get like 10% off or something like that.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Man, you know.
Absolutely. All I can do is say pay attention podcast, sent you guys, and I'll take care of you. Give you a discount.
And so we gonna have all the information in the description and everything like that. Any last words on Cheeks? What you gotta say?
Well, again, I like to say thank God for allowing me again to tell my story and interact with the young youth out there right now, man, trying to get them in the right path, man, in life, man. Just put God, you know, look, it's simple. Put God first. I tell my kids, they get mad, but I say put God first, get good credit and education. And they said, nah, Dad, why you don't put family, God, family? If you don't got good credit, you can't help family. So that's why I say that. I know family go first, but you just another Joe Blow. You ain't doing nothing. You can't help family. It's about helping family, helping each other. And I'm gonna leave you with this here. If you don't want to help yourself, who you think gonna help you? You gotta want to help yourself. So, by me saying that, man, God bless. I'm out, man.
This is the Pay Attention podcast, man. I'm enjoying you. Today's episode, you know, with Uncle Cheeks, man. He's telling his powerful story and dropping some gems. And you know, we got the Elite Million crew. We got Mello representing. Always love it. Always love it. Only thing I gotta say to y'all is just go hit the subscribe button, go comment, go like, and you know, y'all have a blessed day. And I always say the turtles, man. And this is the Pay Attention podcast, and we out.
Remember, hit subscribe.